Welcome back. Tech is underperforming today, but shares of Apple are still higher. They're up about 1% despite being charged under the EU's Digital Markets Act. The company's the first issued under the new law, and it could be fined as much as 10% of its worldwide revenue if regulators decide it violated antitrust rules. The Wall Street Journal, meantime, also reporting that Apple has been in touch with longtime rival Meta about collaborating on AI. Joining us to discuss is Ed Lee, assistant editor at the New York Times and a CNBC contributor. Ed, it's great to have you here. Welcome. I'd
Thanks.
like to
Always.
The European news, I think, is just fascinating from the point of view of whether Apple cares and intends to still do a significant portion of its cutting edge business there. I mean, you know, maybe it's fine, and those who are pro-regulation would say they're just going to pay the money and you know, consumers there will benefit. And others say, I forget who put it quite this way, but they said something like, you know, cutting edge technology in Europe is over.
Well, you know, it's to that point. Now, Apple, their new Apple Intelligence update, they've actually sort of not released it in Europe for this very reason, that, you know, it's unclear, given the DMA, what is allowed, what isn't allowed. Meta didn't launch its Threads app there. So that could be a feint, though, right? Like, I see this, the likely scenario here is that this is sort of the start of negotiations, right? You know, the EU instituted the DMA, Apple responded, made its changes. Now the EU is saying, no, I don't think so. That's not enough. So it's just more back and forth. Ultimately, you know, if it comes to some kind of a resolution, some kind of an agreement between them, you know, Apple moves closer to opening up that app market for, you know, competitors, whether it's a Spotify or others, in terms of apps being allowed to more directly access its customers. So I don't know that Apple wants to really get deep into the game of, like, we're going to fight this all the way and, like, take you entirely to court, because it's not just the EU. The US is also engaged in this. Japan is engaged in this in their own way. So is the UK. So they're just getting hit from all sides. I think they want to get a resolution, create some kind of a blueprint maybe for how this might apply across these other regions who are also sort of looking at antitrust.
Yeah, and again, investors don't seem too concerned. They're just excited more broadly about. And just last hour, they were raising the question about would this kind of curb Apple's selling market in terms of genuinely denting its earnings potential, because some of these markets might be accessible later on than investors have hoped. But I don't know. I think the stock is kind of telling you it's not going to be that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's been baked in. You know, I think everyone has been anticipating some kind of clampdown, not just on Apple, on all tech, all big tech, Amazon, Facebook. You know, these guys are all going to sort of face it in some way or the other. Apple is the test case, right? They're the biggest one out there, the most influential in terms of owning the platform. So I think that it was very pointed on the part of the EU to go after Apple first, and then just sort of set the tone for everything else. But as I said, it's already been baked into the price. It'll come down to negotiations. They're going to open it up a little bit more. That is the most likely scenario. How much that actually dents their revenue, it's not going to be 20%, right? It's not going to amount to whatever the fines are that the EU is looking to do. But Europe is a big part of the market. Second largest market for Apple. It's like over a quarter of its sales. So, you know, they're going to want to play ball in some way.
Okay, let me then pivot and ask you about Llama, Meta, the large language model from Meta that Apple reportedly is discussing a partnership with. What does this really tell you is going on here?
So they already cut a partnership with OpenAI. They announced it in their developers conference. And what was really interesting about the way they announced it is they referred to this sort of, you know, outside facts, right? In other words, they're going to partner with OpenAI because ChatGPT is actually good at sourcing all this information outside of your own personal ecosystem, whereas Apple owns the personal ecosystem. All your contacts, your friends, your calendar, your email, all the different apps that you use. So Siri has always been sort of functioned as kind of like a sort of a very loose personal assistant. The real sort of killer app here isn't so much just getting more information. It's being able to coordinate all of your data, all of your information, change your calendar, change your dinner reservation, whatever it is. That's what Apple owns. They have access to that. ChatGPT doesn't. So partnering with a Meta, Google, OpenAI, you know, it's a way of sort of signaling like, look, you still need us. We have the actual more crucial information. You have also this outside data. Let's create a partnership.
And it'll be fascinating to see how that power dynamic plays out. Ed, for now, thank you. We appreciate your time today.